Welcome back to yet another Acceleration netcast. In this netcast, we're going to continue on with this estimated sales data, because we're not quite done with it yet. We've got, I think this is the last thing I want to do with it for now. So it occurs to me, so we've got this better measure for total estimated sales, and that's all nice and good. I'll roll this up so you can look at it. The issue is that I've gotten all this far and come all this way, and what I haven't shown you is the thing that you probably are the most interested in, which is a measure for variance between estimated sales and total sales, or an over-under for estimated sales and total sales. Because when you want to compare the two, just having them side by side like this is okay, but you really want to know how do we do. So that's what we're going to do right now. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab the construct from that measure that we made last time. So we're going to do Alt-BF down. For managed fields, hit Tab. Let's head over to our better total estimated sales 2.0. Alt-E for edit. And I don't want the whole thing. The only thing I want, the only part I'm really interested in, is this portion right here. So I'm going to do Control-C to copy it and hit Escape. And, well, as long as I'm here, I'm going to hit Alt-N to do the first one. And I'm going to start by doing Alt-Tab to jump up to the table name. Which table do I want to store this in? Storing it in effect cells is fine. I'm going to put it in my bin measures table. I hit B, down, it auto-completes to bin measures. I hit Tab. What am I going to call this? So we're going to call this Sales Estimate Variance. VAR for variance. And I'm going to hit Alt-H. And the first thing I'm going to do is do if space Alt-Enter Control-I, and I'm going to paste the thing I had before. And so, just like last time, I'm going to test to make sure that this is at the month level or higher before I bother doing any other calculations. There's more convenient ways to write this. I could have just put the total sales estimate 2.0 here for this first argument, but this one's gonna run just a little bit faster, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And I'm gonna hit Alt-Enter, Control-I to jump over. Okay, and this is pretty darn easy. We're just gonna take the total sales, and we're gonna subtract the total estimated sales 2.0. And I'm gonna hit Alt-Enter, and then let's see. I'm done with the formula, but I'm going to change the category to Alt-C. Go to Category, C for currency, Alt-D for decimal places, down, down, 0 decimal places, and I think that should be everything. I'm going to hit OK. And I'm going to do Alt-C to close this. And now I've got my estimated sales, my total sales, but I've got the thing that I'm really interested in, which is how did I do? Am I over or under the estimation? Now you might also want this expressed as a percentage, and that's pretty easy to do as well. So I'm gonna do Alt-BF, head to Manage Fields, Tab, head down to that thing I just created, Alt-E to edit it. I'm gonna do Control-C to copy it, Escape, Alt-N to create another new one, and I'm gonna jump up, Alt-T to jump up to the table name. I'm gonna do B down arrow, bin measures, that's where I want to keep it. And this one is Sales Estimate var for variance, and you could do percentage or PCT. I'm going to go with percentage. Takes up just a little bit less space. Alt-H, Control-V. Okay, and this is most of the way done, but there's one more thing I've got to do. What I want to do is I want to divide this by total estimated sales. And the easiest way to do that is to do like just straight division and total estimated sales. The problem though is that if total estimated sales for some strange reason my estimate is 0, I get a 0 divide, and there's ways I can work around that. The measure will return an error, and I could wrap the whole thing in an if error and get around it that way. But there's a much better way to work. So I'm gonna backspace, doop 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 doop. Alt-Enter, clean that up just a little bit. So delete, and I'm going to instead do the divide function. And what the divide function does is, well, it divides things. It takes a numerator and a denominator, and it divides them. But what's useful about it is if you get a divide by 0 error, it's going to automatically just return a blank. So it looks as though I've got a missing parentheses somewhere in my formula, but I'm going to go ahead and start here. And close parentheses. Okay, so I've got that. Okay, so I think this actually looks correct. So I'm going to see, hey, is this a month or higher in terms of the time period? And if it is, I want you to divide the variance by the total estimated sales, and that's going to give me the variance as a percentage of the estimate. How far above or below the estimate? How well we do. So I'm going to do Alt-C to jump down to category. I'm going to do N this time because I don't want to report this as currency. It's going to be a percentage. Alt-O to jump over to format. I think if I just hit P, I get percentage. Hey, how about that? I can do Alt-D if I want to increase or decrease the number of decimal places. And I'm going to go down to 1 decimal place. I think that's usually about all a decision maker wants to see anyways. And I'm going to go ahead and hit Enter. Let's see if I didn't blow the whole thing up. Alt-C to close that. And everything looks correct. And if we go down to the day level, we have nothing, which is exactly what we want. And here we've got our sales estimate variance, our raw numbers, and our percentage numbers. All right. Well, I do hope that was helpful, and I will see you next netcast.